All right. Hello, everyone. This is Gregory Lagardère. Today, we're going to be touching on poor ankle mobility. Four phases we'll address. First, we'll start off with the inhibitory phase. Then we'll move on to the lengthening, activation phase, and then we'll finish off with the integration to close it all out. With first things first, the inhibitory phase. We only use this phase first and foremost to really decrease overactivity in the neuromyofascial tissues. When it comes to poor ankle mobility, typically, an overactive muscle to address is the gastrocnemius muscle in the calf here. And so a nice way to address this or inhibit this overactive muscle is by using a foam roller. So I got one here. This is an excellent self-myofascial release tool, and we can definitely use this for poor ankle mobility and the overactive gastrocnemic muscle. So what you want to do is we'll use our right leg. You want to put your calf over the right leg here. All right. Then you can either cross your leg over or have your leg next to it. I'll cross it over, but I'm gonna lift my lower half off the ground, and I'm just gonna let that pressure subside on the foam roller. You want to do this for a few minutes, 3 minutes tops. Just want to slowly roll back and forth on it as you may, but just release some of that tension in that neuromyofascial tissue right over that gastrocnemic muscle. So the foam roller is excellent for that. So that's an excellent way to inhibit those overactive muscles there. Next thing you want to do, our next phase we want to address is the lengthening phase. Lengthening phase is what that's going to do is elongate those muscles. Really want to extend the range of motion around the joints of the muscles you're addressing. So we're going to stay on the gastrocnemic muscle. We're going to use this table right here. I'll back up a little bit, but we'll use this table right here to address this. Usually you can use a wall. You just want to kind of incline your foot on the edge of on the base of the wall there. Put the ball of your feet on the edge of the wall, and then you just want to let your heel dig into the carpet a little bit and just kind of extend that calf. Lean up on the wall to really get a full extension of that calf muscle. I can do that. I can show you a little bit here, like this here. You just want to elevate the foot a little bit, heel into the carpet. All of this is stretched out, and you just want to lean, just like a classic lunge stretch if you have it, and just lean there against my imaginary wall here. But all of this is stretching out. Got my gastrocnemius stretching out, even up to the hamstrings, all a part of the ankle. But definitely focusing on the proximal muscle in the gastrocnemius for sure with this stretch. All right. So keep that in mind for the lengthening phase. For the activation phase, I'm going to use a resistance band. In the activation phase, that's just re-educating underactive muscles. So we've been addressing the overactive muscles in the inhibitory phase, also extending the range of motion in the lengthening phase. But now we need to address the underactive muscle. So with the underactive muscle, typically the underactive muscle is the anterior tibialis. So this nice thin muscle right above the shin here is usually the underactive muscle. To address this or to re-educate it, I'm gonna use this resistance band. I'm gonna put it on basically on the balls of my feet right there. And then I would, you just want to basically dorsiflex the foot for a few minutes. So like this here, you want to dorsiflex it. All right. Really stretching out that anterior tibialis. Really working that muscle there. Then you can plantar flex, point your toe towards out. Still focusing on that muscle, definitely focusing on the ankle as well. You can wiggle it a little bit. Really don't put a strain on it. All All right. Back to dorsiflex. You just want to do this back and forth for about 3 to 4 minutes as well. But this is an excellent way to really address the anterior tibialis. Definitely the muscle that's typically underactive when it comes to ankle mobility. Great way to really address that. Perfect there for the activation phase. And last but not least, integration. So this is where we're going to use all the muscles proximal to the ankle, anterior tibialis, the gastrocnemius, even the lateral and the medial. But a great way to integrate all these muscles is a classic squat. You can do the overhead squat, or you can have your hands on your hips. I'll just do the overhead squat. I'm gonna be shoulder length apart, really focus on the ankles, and then we're just gonna squat. There we go. Bring it down, really focus on the ankles, keep your feet straight. Go down one more time. Great way to integrate all the muscles proximal to the ankles. And those are your 4 phases to really address poor ankle mobility. Peace out.